Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Ann Parsons has passed away. She served as president and CEO of the Detroit Symphony Orchestra for more than 17 years, from July of 2004 to December 20th of 2021. Parsons battled cancer and is survived by her husband and daughter. Plans to celebrate her life and legacy are forthcoming. Ann Parsons was just 64 years old. And our thoughts are with her family this noon. We have other breaking news this noon as well. The FDA has authorized another COVID-19 booster shot for people aged 50 and older. It comes as the CDC says that the Omicron variant BA2 is now the dominant strain of COVID-19 in the United States. The agency's decision will allow a fourth dose of Pfizer or Moderna vaccines to people at least 4 months after their previous booster dose. Until now, the FDA cleared fourth doses only for people 12 and older who had severely weakened immune systems. The FDA ruled without input from its independent advisors. And new this morning, I should say this noon, we have new information on the murder of a 73-year-old woman. Police have charged her 23-year-old grandson with the crime. Let's send this over to Priya Mann with more on this disturbing story. Priya.
You know, Rhonda, police became suspicious almost immediately. The suspect first identified himself as a family friend. Then he said he was the adopted grandson and finally came clean, saying the victim was his grandmother. We've got new information. He was arraigned yesterday. Take a look. 23-year-old Desjuan Tyree Anthony Mack is charged with open murder and felony firearm. Police found the weapon they say was used in the murder hidden under a couch cushion. 73-year-old Margaret Mack had been shot multiple times. Police found her lifeless body in a bedroom. She had 4 sons and many grandchildren. Some of them would stay with her from time to time, including Desjuan. He called police late Thursday night to the Legacy Place apartments in Southfield, and police became suspicious after he gave them conflicting information. Desjuan was taken into custody shortly after and arraigned yesterday. Police say there has been a troubling increase of senior abuse cases across the country. The victim's daughter-in-law was very emotional this morning as the entire family grapples with this senseless death. Take a listen.
Her whole family does not understand. It's like a nightmare. And they don't understand. We don't know if it was mental issues. We don't know if something took over them. Because they never argued. And she loved him dearly.
Yeah, it is such a troubling and sad case. Desjuan had just recently moved back in with his grandmother. The weapon used in this murder was reported stolen from Farmington Hills in 2018. Coming up tonight at 5, we'll hear much more from the family and the latest on the investigation. At Southfield Police Headquarters, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
All right, Priya, thank you. Also making headlines, testimony is back underway in the trial of the 4 men charged with plotting to kidnap Governor Whitmer. And federal prosecutors are close to the finish line of their case. Let's get out to Sean Lay. He's been following this for us each day with more on what happened inside the courtroom so far as the trial resumed for the day.
Good afternoon, Rhonda. Extremely interesting morning right off the bat in the Whitmer kidnapping trial. Prosecutors moving on to the next phase as they continue to build the case against these 4 defendants by pulling out weapons that were pulled from one of the homes of one of the defendants. However, defense attorneys just had a chance to question those tactics by pointing out that all the weapons and different weapon styles pulled out were all legal. Take a look. This morning, federal prosecutors showed the jury evidence they say was recovered from the Delaware home of Barry Croft. Croft is one of the men charged with conspiracy to kidnap Governor Gretchen Whitmer and is considered one of the main ringleaders of that alleged plot. Croft got on the FBI's radar by being very vocal about attacking politicians on his personal Facebook page. Prosecutors detailed some of the weapon-related items such as smokeless gunpowder that doesn't give off as much smoke as regular gunpowder. Exploding targets were found, targets that produce a small explosion when hit by a gunshot. They also found a shotgun outfitted with what are called choke tubes that are used to concentrate a shotgun blast. Also found in Croft's home, a firearm laser, flashlights they say used for firearms, and 5 Ziploc bags of ammunition. Back here live, this is day 12 of this trial. We're live in Birmingham right now because we're getting the thoughts of our Local 4 legal analyst, Neil Rockheim. He's going to break down everything that's happened really in the past 12 days for us, starting at 5 o'clock tonight. And then, Rhonda, at 6 o'clock, prosecutors just revealed 3 public Facebook posts made by one of these defendants that truly began the process of the FBI starting this entire investigation. We'll share those Facebook posts with you starting at 6 o'clock tonight. Back to you.
All right, Sean, thank you. We'll look forward to your coverage later today. For now, we're going to turn our attention to the war in Ukraine. The commander of U.S. European Command said that there, quote, could be, end quote, an intelligence gap in the U.S. intelligence gather that caused the U.S. to overestimate Russia's ability to and underestimate Ukraine's defensive capability in the current Ukraine crisis. Meantime, in a fresh round of peace talks, Russia said that it will reduce combat operations around the capital, Kyiv, and the northern city of Chernihiv. The announcement comes after the Ukrainian president said that he is willing to discuss the country's neutrality to end the war. And here is what Michigan Representative Alyssa Slotkin has to say about Russia's promise.
It's positive, but when you're dealing with the Russians, it's Reagan, it's trust but verify. And the number of times just in the recent weeks that they've agreed to something like a humanitarian corridor with the Ukrainians and then gone ahead and bombed it, I mean, we need to actually follow up and make sure they're doing it. So it's a positive step, but they actually have to do it in order to celebrate anything.
And we want to send it out now to Richard Engel for more on these fresh rounds of peace talks.
Russian and Ukrainian delegations met for the first direct peace talks in 2 weeks. They met in the city of Istanbul, and the mood at the outset was described as cold. There was no opening handshake. Ukraine's foreign minister said that all the Ukrainian government is seeking is a ceasefire, that his government will not negotiate on territory, will not surrender any Ukrainian land to Russia. The Ukrainians are feeling much more confident going into these talks because they've had recent successes on the battlefield, pushing Russian forces out of several key areas around the capital, Kyiv. But Russia is continuing to bomb Ukrainian towns and cities, apparently indiscriminately. Here in Kharkiv, the mayor said that around 1,500 buildings in this city alone have been either damaged or destroyed. He is now operating sometimes from an underground bunker. But this city is still in Ukrainians' hands. The Russians are not getting any closer from where they were several days ago. So Ukrainian forces have driven the Russians to a standoff, and they're hoping now to capitalize on that standoff and achieve a ceasefire. Richard Engel, NBC News, Kharkiv.
Thank you, Richard. And be sure to keep it right here with Local 4 News and click on Detroit.com. We will have continuing coverage of the war in Ukraine. Anytime any new information comes into our newsroom, we will update it there online. Turning our attention now to the forecast and what is headed our way by tonight. Right now, blue skies doesn't look too bad, Brandon. It's just really cold.
Not quite to where we want it to be, but we're making baby step improvements. Still have upper 20s north, low middle 30s elsewhere, and that's 5 to 10 degrees warmer than we were at noon yesterday. Coming up, we'll talk about this winter weather advisory. Starts at midnight. Tricky travel ahead.
All right, we will check back in with you after the break. Still to come, it's a troubling trend among the nation's youth, why rates of pre-diabetes are concerning medical professionals.